So this is what I look like 1 week into quarantine for coronavirus quarantine. And it's just a happy time, I tell you. The cats are loving it. They run in and out and play with each other, and we don't race after them outside. We've done our shopping and we've got supplies laid in so that we should be okay for a while. By a while, I mean most of 2 weeks. And I've been limiting interactions with anybody else, which, as you know, with social phobia, that's a really easy thing to do. It also didn't help any that they closed the library, which was a major source of interaction for me to go up into the library and climb. It's the place is 3 stories, 4 stories with the parking garage below. And they have a coffee stand out front, and they sell bagels at the coffee stand. It's quite the adventure just going to the library. And they have videos and computers, and so it's and there's always a large mix of people there. There's always the homeless that are in there to be out of the weather, whether it's too cold when it's wet and rainy or too hot when it gets towards summer. To be honest, I miss it. I miss being able to go out and about anywhere, anytime I'd like. Which, like I said, with social phobia, that's not something I do lightly or frequently, but now I can't do it at all. So now taking the trash out at night when nobody's around is a necessity. So I don't encounter anybody. And it's not just a good idea to social distance. Somebody 17-year-old died in New York today. And supposedly coronavirus is more deadly to those that are in their mid to late 60s or 70s. Well, it's proving to be deadly to anybody of any age, although a 102-year-old woman did survive it recently. So I just saw Dan Mesa's video. He's a friend of Casey Neistat's. He's in South Africa. He figured out that he had it before he left for South Africa, but wasn't really ready to believe it until he got diagnosed. And that was kind of scary because he travels all over the world and goes all over the place. And there's a lot of YouTubers that do that. And they could get a lot of people sick if they're not careful. That's why a lot of them are isolating. A lot of them started isolating before it became mandatory. Let's see, what's his name? Louis from Fun with Louie did that with his whole household. They kind of took it half-heartedly at first, the first 3 days, but then it became mandatory in Los Angeles, and now they're taking the quarantine seriously. And I mean, like Dan Mace, he travels all over the world and meets people all over the place, and he can't do that now. it really hits home what's happening with this virus when you realize you just can't get up and go someplace like you usually do. And it's something we all have to deal with. I've been catching up on TV shows that I haven't seen. The Prodigal being one of them. I haven't watched a murder mystery show since Castle went off the air. So this will be interesting to see. I've got most of the first season on DVR. Maybe you can watch it along with me, The Prodigal. Anyway, stay safe, everyone. Love ya.